Hello, I'm Simulator Dirk, and it is Farming Friday again. It is Simulator Dirk, it is Farm Simulator, and today we are back at the farm. We're in the paddock that we were in last time. It is raining, but we've made some major changes, so I thought that I would show you the major changes. So I spent a couple of hours on this. This is a garage with carport. Can I enter here? Oh, I can. This is interesting. So I can park some machinery in here. Now it will show, because I didn't plough it, it will show the information of the previous field, which basically doesn't exist anymore. So while we're here, where's our nearest vehicle? Just down there. Now we do actually have some straw from the previous harvest that we need to get rid of. So we'll do that now, and then we'll put this tractor away for the moment. So in the previous episode, we tried to harvest this area. It was always my intention to, well, since the start of the episode, to put animals, etc. back there. We'll go outside for this bit. Maybe I've gone to the wrong bit. Yeah, I've gone to the wrong thing. That's okay. All right. So this is our mini silo. We have a container that's got some supplies in it. Good view of the train tracks over there. Now the train is running, so it's hopefully at some stage we'll actually get to see the train. So we just got some things stored in that storage container. So in here is like a store where you can buy milk from. So if I open the door, can I go inside or not? Oh yes, I can go inside. So in here, you can buy various bits and pieces. Now, I think that's all in German, so I've got no idea what they are, but they're obviously different fruits and spreads and whatnot. Open potato box. Hang on, let's see. Here we go. Hang on, where's the potato box? Behind us. So we can say people can come in. They can buy some potatoes if they want. And some eggs. And it's obviously on the honour system. So we'll go and close that door. Let's just close the door, shall we? Can we close the door? All I want to do is close the door. Maybe I'm standing at the wrong spot. Unfortunately, the grass is growing through the door, through the floorboards rather. I just want to be able to shut the door again. Okay, we shut the door. Goodo. So we have a similar one here. Similar store here, not dressed up as a cow this time. So you can buy various sauces, spaghetti possibly. Different condiments, some jams. Strawberries, strawberry jam, raspberry jam, that sort of thing, blackberry. Again, some eggs, and you just put your money in the tin. So we'll go up and close the door. Alright. Now up here, speaking of selling things, is an actual dairy. So you can go in here. I hope you can walk in here. Maybe you can't. Oh, hang on. Maybe we can. Hang on. Can I open the door? Maybe I can't actually open the door, but that's a dairy, so you can buy milk, etc. Alright, so we'll continue our walk. So here we've got some cattle. So I've got some cows, etc. in here. So again, I've got mods on, so the animals are always fed and watered. Because otherwise, it would be so time consuming. You can basically call it Farm Animal Simulator if all you wanted to concentrate on was animals. But there's a lot to do with all the different animals, that's for sure. So we'll leave our cows. And we come back to our horses. Now, a couple of episodes ago, I actually learnt we'll try and pick a horse that isn't eating. And then he just goes to eat. Let's ride Vanity. Okay, let's... So, I found out on the previous episode, just by trial and error, that you can actually ride the horses. So if we wanted to, we can, whoops. Okay, let's ride Dakota. Okay, let's go Dakota. Alright. So you can actually, whoops, don't, be careful girl. So you can actually go for a fairly decent ride. And what I should actually do, not on the, there we go. Settle down girl. Should build some sort of track, and then that way they can let them go for a, take them for a ride around a track, or a path at least. Okay, so you get the idea. Got some horses back. So we'll continue down. And we have some pigs. Now all of this farm is basically meant to, yes, to give me some more content and that sort of thing, but it's also meant to be providing income where it's fairly self-sufficient. Because of the mods, I don't necessarily have to do anything. You know, the animals are cared for. I can sell them back to the store if I want. And everything's basically handled. And then I can concentrate on all the harvesting and that sort of stuff. Hey piggies. Oh, I can actually open the gate too. So there we go. We'll close the gates before they can figure out that they can escape. I don't think I can actually go in there. I think they're just painted on. Down here is a silo and some storage. So we can put various things in here if need be, probably the wool. We'll go down here. We've got a fair few chickens on a few different coops, in a few different coops. Now, have I actually put any in here yet? I don't think I have. I might not have actually put any in here yet, because I've just added some. All right, yeah, I need to add some. Okay, so now we have some animals in here, and as you can see, they're all rather small because they've only just been born, so they'll grow and so we have more chickens in here. Now I've done a whole heap of landscaping, so it doesn't look like the paddocks that they were before. Whoops, hang on, come over here, egg. No, it's not what I wanted to do. So our egg storage is nearby, so while we're here, we'll put them inside. You don't actually have to open the door, it just automatically goes in. So we have another paddock of chickens. So lots of chickens. Hey, chook chooks. So lots of chickens there. All of these chickens are relatively young. And more egg storage. Nice view of the tracks, of the train tracks. Now I've actually turned down the time, for the moment at least, basically into real time, so we don't have to worry about going from day to night and night to day so quickly. And so we've also left a lot of room for expansion, so later on down the track there might be some other things that I can add. There's a shack. Mainly just there for decoration more than anything. Let's go up this really big hill. And the sheep are back. Actually, and unfortunately some of the grass is coming through the concrete. But we have we have sheep again. Alright, so let's leave the sheep to their own devices. And they're already starting to produce some wool. So this is certainly very different to the last episode, that's for sure. So let's go down the hill. Now I haven't had one of these before. Let's see if I can actually open the door. I can. So in here we have our hen house. So the birds can come in here. Hello birdies, hello chook chooks. So they can come in here as much as they want. Oh, what have we got here? We've got some eggs in here as well. So there's a conveyor system. So I wonder. Oh, okay. So what this obviously does, if we go into here. Oh, okay. This is another section. So the eggs come out. And then they go onto the conveyors. And then they come down to the conveyors. Then they get boxed down here. And then turned into, or placed into egg boxes. So while we're here, we might as well pick it up. So it looks like we can't open the door and grab the box of eggs at the same time. So we'll just drop it there for the moment, go back, close the door because it's the same keyboard commands or the same control commands. So I might have to put some more egg storage. Oh, there's one down there in the direction we're going anyway, so we'll go down the hill. We'll just go put this in egg storage. Alright, so up here is a workshop. So we've got egg storage. We've got our shed that I was originally going to put something in, but I changed my mind. And now we've got some greenhouses. Haven't done anything with them yet, but they are here. Various greenhouses. We've got an old farmhouse purely for decoration. Oh no, this is the garage that I was going to put something in before and I changed my mind. So we'll go and close the door. If I can close it again. Some beehives or some honey houses, if you want to call it that, can actually go in the door. No, I don't think you can. But we've got some honey houses. There's a lot of them. And I put them deliberately near the orchards, as I did in the previous location. So unfortunately, we do have some grass growing through the concrete, but you can come here. We'll just jump the fence and go into the other ones. See the bee houses. So we've got another farmhouse again, purely for decoration. So there is still a fair bit of land still remaining for other smaller things that may get added later on. There's some landscaping that I didn't finish, and you can see the remnants of the... there's a train! Woohoo! See the remnants of some of the last harvest. Oh, this one's better. There's no grass growing through this concrete. It must have been okay here. So a lot of this is just painted via the landscaping feature. Supposed to be more chickens here, but I clearly haven't put the chickens in yet. So maybe we have to go out. So I'm glad I walked around and checked these things. Supposed to have chickens in here, but we obviously haven't put them in yet. So we've got more storage in here. Now I can buy some animals. Okay, so and now we have some chickens. So more chicken and some egg storage quite conveniently located right here. Some more greenhouses for various crops. And that will basically take us back to and do our complete tour. While we're walking past, we'll pick up the eggs. Certainly been very prolific. And again, a little bit of landscaping that I missed, but we have the hen houses located rather close. Not the hen houses, the egg storage close to the chicken coops. More chicken coops here. So all of this will basically run itself. Hey piggies! Some more crop that I didn't get rid of. So what you can do quite easily is go into the store menu, go into landscaping, and just paint over it basically. This is a construction site. Not much is going on, but it is a construction site. So the early ages of constructing something. And so here we are. What we'll do now, we'll cross to the train and let's go for a train ride. And we'll show you around the map. First person view. This isn't Train Simulator, by the way, but does it expect me to drive now I'm actually sitting in it? I think so. Hang on. Yeah. Now that I'm sitting in here along for the ride, it's expecting me to drive, so let's just go for a drive, have a look around. I'll show you a couple of different angles of this, and then we'll go over to our original farm because we haven't checked to see how the cotton was growing that I grew last season. I was hoping to have some horn. Do I have? Okay, I do have horn. Well, that's fairly decent considering it's not Train Simulator. Level crossing. Alright, now let's have a look from the outside. 69 kilometres an hour. Nice. So speaking of trains, you can actually see some real trains and some simulated trains here on Simulated Irk as well. Here's some trains we produced earlier. Well, Simulated TV Studio didn't go to plan, that is for sure. Let's head back to the action and let's head over to our original farm and see how things are going over. Yeah. So this is an area that we had our farms and whatnot in, so I haven't really done anything with this area. I have moved some of my things around. The loader for the fertilizer, the washing plant, the mechanics. So I have moved some things around and taking advantage of the space that we now have where some of the farming equipment was and whatnot a little bit earlier on. So actually what we should do, we need to transfer that forklift because we'll be using that forklift over at the other farm. So we'll drive this forklift over to the other farm because there will be no pallets of anything over here now that the farms have moved. So here's our first person view of our forklift. Quite a steep hill, this one. Forklifts aren't usually meant to be on the road for this amount of time, I would think. You know, this would be more unusual. Because I've got things basically in real time now, this rain feels like it's gone on forever. So we can start to see some of our honey, our beehives coming into view. So what I'll do, for now, I'm not going to use it for the moment. Oh, gee, I need to work on that hill. I'll put the... yeah, I really need to work on that. I closed again. Stay open, will you? Alright. You can live in here for the moment. We don't need a massive shed over here because we're not going to have a lot of farm machinery over here because we're not harvesting. Alright, let's go and... take that tractor back to the original farm. That'll be very handy for some ploughing. The train's where I left it on the level crossing. Hang on a sec. Let me just get the train off the... Let's just get the train off the level crossing. I think there is a mod that will allow the train just to keep on going around and around and around, but I haven't found it yet. I know there was a version on the previous train simulator. Okay, we're clear of the crossing now. Get out. Okay. The general public will thank me for that. It's actually a bigger tractor than the previous ones that I have. So what we can do now, we've got 2 ploughers. So if we go, because that cotton hasn't grown at all. Watch out, crows. So if we get old mate to work here, in the other plough, because that cotton has not grown at all. Yeah, I need to be down the bottom. Oi! Bit of off-wheel, off-road forward driving action. Okay, so we now got 2 ploughs. What are you doing, old mate? All right, let's get to work, eh? So we've got 2 ploughers in action now. So very soon we're going to see a Mexican standoff, I think, between the two ploughers as they try and decide which one of them is going to have right of way when they meet in the middle of the paddock. Oh, now it's a race. That's a race. The race is on now to do this last little bit. Here we go. The blue power's in the lead of the red one. Although, to be fair, the blue plough did start first. And the blue plough wins by about 2 tractor lengths in the end. Now this bit's going to be very interesting. See if they can keep out of each other's way. Oh, that was close. Oh, I knew that was going to happen at some stage. Oh, if that's not the for the artwork for the episode, well, I've clearly forgotten about it then. Oh, that is absolute gold. So I'm going to have to take over one of them. Hang on, I'm trying to get out of your way. All right. There we go. Now we can tidy up that bit we didn't do earlier. Oops, I'm not driving very straight because I'm trying to be a camera person at the same time. I think we have one more row to do, and then we're done. Yeah, just this one little row. Alright, so now we can put the plough away. Fat lot of good the cotton was. Oh, I didn't fold it. Hang on. So what we're going to do is basically dump this cotton because it's not much good to us. Should probably go that way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dump the cotton here. Alright, what do we have here? I don't want to select cotton again. So our next harvest is going to be corn. So now is actually a pretty good time to plant the corn. It's mid-spring, so we'll plant the corn. Oh, I didn't think about that very well, did I? So what I need to do is go out just that little bit wider. And now we should be right. So while that's going on, you're the plough, so we'll get you out of here. What's it telling us? This is telling us it's been... Oh, we're not far enough forward yet. Okay. Okay, work is on its way now. So we can start playing that field. Cotton basically didn't grow. You need to come back to base because you're a trailer. Yeah, I go that way. Now that I've got a new farm, I've got to think about how to actually get back to the old one from here, because I'm so used to going to the store, back to the old farm, but now I get things delivered. And then there's this way, and it does look different in first person compared to third person. Actually, we'll take you over here to our grass farm. If I'm heading, am I heading in the right direction? Yes, I am. Alright. You can wait there for a minute. You can wait there. You're fine. You're fine. You can come back later. Okay, we're going to get the grass. Have a look. What's our grass like? Our grass is ready to go. So I'm just going to activate the lawnmower here with the helper and then see which way they go. And we'll go a bit of first person with the lawn mowing as well. Or the grass harvesting, I should say, if I want to be correct, according to how Farming Simulator would probably like me to call it. Okay, that's a little odd, but okay. I think we're just going to have to do some tidying up here. Whoops, hang on. Alright, let's go. Now the interesting thing is that because of the angle that I left the mower when I turned it on, normally I run it down parallel to the floodlights. That's the way that I usually go. But because I left it at the angle, the workers stayed on that angle and they think that they're finished. Not by a long shot. Probably only did half the paddock, if that. So what I'll do first, I'll cut in. I'll just do a complete lap, which will give manoeuvring area. And sometimes I would mow the lawn like this when I mowed the lawn. Don't have to worry about mowing a lawn now at Irk Tower. So the worker just left it on the angle that I was at. Whereas now I've done a complete loop. I guess I could cope with doing this. I reckon this would be fun. You know, it'll be a case of getting used to how wide it actually is and when to turn and things like that. But I reckon I'd actually enjoy this. So now that I've started things off, let's see if the worker can manage to do this whole interior section that hasn't been done yet. Alright, so I'll leave them to do that. I'll jump out. And then we'll go over here. Run, Irk! Run, simulated Irk! Run! So a little bit of everything on this last episode and the one before that. Let's get in. So now we can get in I don't think I can get a worker to do this. I think I have to do all of this myself. No, I think I have to do all this myself. Let's just have a look. Oh, it is picking up the grass. That's good. Which leads me to believe I was probably using the wrong trailer trying to use the wrong trailers in the last episode for the harvest. But I'll go back to what I know and in the next episode do some more harvesting. Ideally, I'd like to just get rid of that one floodlight. Because it's so much further in than the rest. So what I can do, I can continue to do the lap as I was doing, or I can just turn it around, see the little bits that I missed. See the different angle that we started this paddock from originally, and that's how you create the different shapes that you sometimes see on the TV on sporting fields, where the grass is cut in different patterns. Now there's not a lot of grass in this section because I didn't cut the grass this way, but there will be now that I cut it straight again. And also we're in a massive uncut section at the moment, which doesn't help. So maybe I should stay out of that uncunt section for now. Now to vary some things up a bit, I can turn to the right. Wonder how NASCAR drivers would go. They'd only probably just turn the wheel to the left if they were doing this in a tractor. They probably wouldn't turn the wheel to the right. It'd be, of course, a NASCAR driver wouldn't be doing this as a real job these days, but back in the day they probably would have had manual labour jobs when they weren't driving their race cars, or they probably would have been working in the within the team on the tools themselves. I go really fast and I can't turn my car to the left. Speaking of South Park quotes, interesting to note at the time of recording here in Australia in September 2020, the television network that has been showing South Park here in Australia on regular free-to-air TV since it started has announced that they won't be showing the new series. They'll be continuing to show the old series. I think they're up to a season 24 or something like that now. SBS as it was then, and now the channel is SBS Viceland, or one of the channels is SBS Viceland, is the special broadcasting service. It's where when it was first set up, there were a lot of migrants who came to Australia, and so for the migrants coming to Australia who didn't have much English skills, listen to me talk. SBS would be the station that they would go and watch, because they'd have all sorts of different foreign language programming with subtitles. And they still do across all their networks. So they're now it's now a multimedia company. It's just not TV and radio. It's now online and on demand and that as well. So if you don't have the English skills, you can watch and listen to SBS and get news from your homeland and all that sort of stuff. Watch and listen to programs in your own language, and they feature a lot of the different languages across their whole suite. And also, apart from that, there's a whole heap of English programming that the other stations didn't necessarily pick up, but they have. For instance, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the cop drama. Sorry, not cop drama. You'd think it's a cop drama sometimes. The cop comedy from New York actually is on SBS, because none of the other stations wanted it, and it's one of their more popular English programs now. They also broadcast a lot of sport that the other channels might not necessarily want to cover. For instance, the Tour de France cycling event that's going on at the moment is also one of the major sports that SBS spent a lot of time covering at this time of year. So it was interesting to note during the week that that SBS won't be showing new episodes of South Park. Having said that, you have certain TV stations that are associated with certain programs, even though they might not be on that station anymore. The Simpsons is a classic example. It started on Channel 10 here in Australia, but it's now being shown on Channel 7. And I don't think I've watched an episode since it's been on Channel 7. But that often has to do with what TV networks in Australia have deals with which TV networks in America and that sort of thing. So The Simpsons now is on Channel 7 instead of Channel 10, where it had been basically a staple of Channel 10 for years. And so occasionally I might be in the mailroom at my regular place of employment, and the TV might be on Channel 7, and I'll see The Simpsons on, but it won't register that it's actually Channel 7 until I see the little logo in the corner. So we'll just finish filling up the grass here, and we'll dump it at our conveniently located silo, and then we'll finish the episode. Oh, it's been going a lot longer than I thought, and an extended episode of Simulated Deck. But having said that, we have done a lot of different things on this episode. Basically a double episode, if you will. Didn't think that I'd been recording for that long, but I just had a look at the counter at the bottom of the screen, and yes, folks, I have been. But that's a good thing about things like YouTube. You can stop and pause it at any time, and I know some people will be watching right until the end. Shauno and Jen, for instance. Jen especially loves these farming episodes, and so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing a fair bit of first person at the moment. So we are still picking up a little bit of grass here from the mower. I don't know how much progress is actually being made in the centre of the field. That doesn't look like there's a lot of progress being made at all. Well, that is one big mower. Are they even working? The answer to that is no. Well, it's hard to find good help sometimes. I thought nothing's getting done here in the centre. I don't know why. Maybe because it's raining. Who knows? But we'll make short work of this. One of the advantages of having a really wide cutting area, something like this will be done in no time. We could go in ever diminishing circles. We could do that. Yeah, we can do that. We can just do a really tight U-turn at the end of each row. That's probably what they do in real life, actually. Do a really tight U-turn round about now. Good turning circle considering how big it actually is. This should almost be my last little bit. We'll do this bit. We'll tidy up the bits that I missed earlier. It's ironic that I'm in a really good groove and it's time to go home. All right, time to go home. We need to build a small shed over here because we're just going to use these two on this one and the next one for mowing. I'm just going to keep these two paddocks for mowing. Let's get out quickly. Run, simulated Dirk, run. So it's pretty full. So we'll just go to the silo. We have used the silo before, but with a different trailer. All right. No, I don't want to load. I want to dump. Maybe I have got the... There we go. Now we're dumping. Here we go. And then if I want to sell things later, I can also use this to take it elsewhere to the market. Anywho, I am Simulated Dirk. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.